So this is what I love. The two guys who spend the most time behind the curtain are now out front telling people about what's happening with the Detroit Music Awards this year.
And scaring everybody off who's now going to see what it looks like.
Exactly.
I can hear them fleeing. I can hear the screams as they flee.
Yeah, if we knew how to look at our metrics, we could watch the decline on the videos. But since
I think it's more like isn't it?
Ignorance is bliss. So here we are to talk about the 30th Detroit Music Awards. It's crazy how fast time has flown. My first awards was 97 that I went
Wow.
to. Yeah.
Wow. It's been, some days it feels like it's the proverbial, some days it feels like it's been 30 seconds, other days it feels like it's been 300 years. And when you sit down and actually let yourself think about the amount of ground we've covered since the first show in 1992, that's when you realize what a long time we've been at it and how many different things we've seen and how many changes there have been in the industry and how different the business of music is and the craft of music is in 2021 than it was in 1992.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the last year, the changes that have happened there and the changes that have happened to our organization from a live event standpoint. You know, we had a month, was it maybe 6 weeks to pull that off last year?
Last year, try 3.5.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it was last year. It was the case of hoping, sitting there in February or sitting there in early March. Mm-hmm. And then as we got into the third week of March or so, saying, okay, are we looking, is the shutdown going to be 10 days? Is it going to, is it going to be till mid-April? And what do we do? And, finally making that decision, finally saying, no, this is for real. Yeah. And we don't know how long it's going to be, but it's definitely not going to lift before the show. So we need to do it. And lo and behold, here we are again. We're doing it for a second time, another virtual show on April 11th at 8:00 and making the best out of the situation that we have.
Yeah. What I loved was the fact that last year, what was it? 5 continents watched the show. Like at the end of the first week, 30,000 people had seen all these great stories about Detroit music. And it just kept growing. So that's making lemonade out of lemons, is that, we're back in the virtual arena for another year with the Detroit Music Awards. But, 2 other really cool things happening. I think there's 2 other, I count 3 things we're going to talk about today. But
no, at least no, there are definitely 2 other things.
Okay, all right.
The first thing we're doing is starting today, Monday, February 15th, day after Valentine's Day, day you're at home anyway, because you're at home anyway, and because it's snowing like crazy outside, right, and you're not going anywhere. We have launched the virtual video happy hour. This is taking the place of normally we would do a video showcase. We would gather everybody at a theater or a restaurant or somewhere, and we'd show all the videos that were submitted, or as many of the videos as we could get that were submitted during the beginning of this whole process. So what you're seeing is just about every video that people submitted to be considered for the awards this year. These are not necessarily going to be videos that are on the final ballot, but it gives you a good look and a good cross-section of the music and the video music that was created, in the Detroit metro area in Southeast Michigan during 2020. Interesting, because it was during 2020,
right,
and during the pandemic, so you really get to see what the creativity was that took place and how people worked around the limitations they had. So it's a really cool batch of videos. We're going to do 4 each weekday. That would be Monday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. each day. Bring your own whatever. And again, I do want to remind people that you're going to be seeing these, this like week and a half of videos, I think 2.5 weeks, maybe, of videos, and these are not on the final ballot, all of them. Some of them are, but we did want to bring these videos out, and we're hoping to do more virtual showcases, right, as we move on.
I was amazed at, watching these videos. It seemed like, the old standby was, everyone get on a stage at our favorite bar and we'll film the video there. And we'll invite our friends in for the last scene. You know, we'll do it that way. There's some really creative videos, and so much to the point where a few of the videos have end credits.
Which I love that. Well, I mean, listen, one of the things we talk about, you know, changes in 30 years of the Detroit Music Awards is, you know, guess who's got a movie studio in their phone now, right?
Yep.
Just about everybody.
Yeah.
Even other kind of video technology as well as editing technology is so much less expensive and so much more accessible and takes up so much less room now that anybody can be a filmmaker. Not everybody can be a great filmmaker, of course, but anybody can be a filmmaker. And so that we've really seen that just in the progression of music videos from this area. It's almost, we have these two categories. We have limited budget and major budget, and the line between the two qualitatively has virtually disappeared. You know, we get videos that were made for a couple $100 now that you could throw up next to the latest Eminem and Alice Cooper video. And what was the difference? And I love that.
Yeah, exactly. $300,000 in cameras is the difference.
Right. And personnel and catering. Don't forget the catering. So we've got that. We've got the virtual video happy hour starting this Monday at 5:30. And then tomorrow, final voting. So that would be Tuesday, April 16th, 2 days after Valentine's Day, 1 day after the debut of the virtual video happy hour. Final voting for the Detroit Music Awards begins. Our body of professional music industry voters will have access to the final ballots. And, you know, tomorrow we'll be announcing particulars about it, you know, who's on the ballot, who has the most, so on and so forth. And then, you know, by the end, they'll do their voting, and these will be the ones who get the most vote will be the ones who receive Detroit Music Awards on April 11th.
Excellent.
Funny how easy that sounds.
Yes, it's the time between now and April 11th when we pull our hair out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you. I put it back into Terra.
There you go. Your hair budget is out of the.
That's the biggest thing on our sheet.
Well, you know, I think it's great to touch base to kind of let people know what's going on. I think you're going to see a little bit more of the organization doing some of these things, not just our ugly mugs, but I think this organization is only as strong as all the members are. So we want to thank you for being part of the Music Awards and, you know, joining us virtually on April 11th, joining us for the happy hours that start tonight and voting. So
right. And we want to encourage more people to participate. If you're not registered to vote yet, it's too late for this year, but it's not too late to register to vote for next year and to become a participant in the process. And all that information is at DetroitMusicAwards.net. There are opportunities to contribute in other ways, including financially. And we are happy to have as much participation as we can get.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Gary. This has been great. We're going to see more of these type of things from us. So happy shoveling day to you.
And to you, Jim. Thank you very much.